Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, just in time for the kickoff in this Fortescue Premier Grade YouTube match of the week. Just shaping that first one into touch. No muss, no fuss. ARKs want to just get that one across. Rely on Wanaru to make the first mistake of the game. Wanaru just missing out last week. Not straight, the call.
Inside.
Finding themselves here in the competition split. They're down in the bottom 8. Top 6 have gone up, bottom 8 have gone down. The story of it all, though.
Yeah.
Wanneroo have only lost their games
you guys
this year
came across into that tunnel
by
killing,
a total of less than 17 points. So a couple of tight, hard losses have put them in the mischief they are in now. They're going to be taking on the most likely of all, Palmyra, in a grand final to win this Div 2 flag. First scrum of the afternoon. Real cold, wet conditions down here. Mercury currently sits at 14. But it feels more like 13 at the moment, and blustering wind. First feed comes in. ARKs get it out. Want to play across the right-hand side. Just inside check for the inside centre. Had a luckless season, ARKs, this year. It's all about these structures. They need to just hold tight in these wet conditions, and they can actually make a game of this.
Advantage, 13 group.
Might have a little bit of trouble getting away early here if ARKs can keep working this ball out the right-hand side.
Advantage 9, 13 green offside.
Got the advantage as well.
Take a step, 13.
Good movement up through the middle. David Perner wearing the 25, but the fly half just directing traffic from the back there at the moment. Maroon King come out of the line, just make that cut. Now we see the kick release from Puna. Come back, no advantage.
13 green offside.
So good net win here for ARKs.
13 offside. Just here. Hey, chase middle, chase middle.
Good kick to clear. About 35 out from the line. ARKs are going to get the first little look. Attacking set piece play. Can't need to throw the ball in. 5 in the line. 2 set in the pocket off the 10. Jump, fails to go up.
Walking.
Oh, going to go for balking.
Jordan.
Those who don't know, balking can't fake to throw that line out in. Free kick taken quickly and jab straight down from Ethan Riley. Gets that into an advantageous position and applies a lot of pressure on the kick. No angle to work from. Tachi raises his flag and they'll only get out just outside the 22.
Oops, sorry.
Now the reverse pressure immediately. Wanneroo are going to get their first look at the line.
5, 6.
Stolen at the front, into touch. We'll have the similar line out, Wanneroo ball again. This time inside the 22, so a steal this time, more advantageous for ARKs. Scott Cornell throws it in, well lifted. Riley just playing off the shoulder.
Tackle!
A little knock forward at the base of all that. Scrum back down. It's been raining all day here. Just holding off for the moment now. And the radar, just checked it before the start of game. Looks to clear up a little bit. Lots of clouds coming this way, but they might be all bark, no bite. Still a couple of windstorms expected through the afternoon. Massive low pressure system moving through Perth and most certainly down through the southwest here. This afternoon, they've been pelted with rain down there.
Bind.
Defensive scrum, ARKs ball, centre field. Great shove, Wanneroo. Ball comes straight back out the tunnel. Unlucky there, Wanneroo.
Guys, we're just going to take a step over this way, okay?
That's exactly.
I know. We're going to dig that one up. We might as well
I've just pressed. The wind picking up here. Apologies for any audio concerns to you on those listening at home. Trust me, I'd rather hear it through the microphone than feel the cold of it at the moment.
Bind. Go on, Marcus. Sit. Push through him, Bubble.
ARKs refeed the scrum. Ball there at the back. It's come out through the flanker's feet. 9.5 picks it. They go around the outside. Wanneroo into the corner. Can they keep the ball in? They can try. What a brilliant piece of work getting that through the hands. Try scorer in the end. Pori Kapa Tukaki gets over the line on the right wing. It was the brilliant work. I believe maybe it was Jordan Grattan carried it across the front there in the 12.
Yeah, I'm all good, thank you.
We'll convert this one as well.
We'll
have a shot at it.
Green, or red coming down on it. But yeah, no, I agree, thank you.
Thomas Onions, your referee for this afternoon. Great up-and-coming referee, debuting in first grade this year. Just having a chat with his team of 3 behind the post. Seeing what that picture looks like early to all those involved. Grattan hooks it. Score's going to remain 5 points to 0. The wind that we are speaking of as well this afternoon blows directly across the field over towards the far side, so no real length advantage either way. But if you are kicking for touch, you want to be kicking to that far sideline. Ball just drift and drift and drift once you post it up there. A couple of false bounces and we'll be back underway from Puna again. Short, high kickoff. Worries for Cornell underneath. Stolen at the top and lost backwards from Kangaroa.
Yeah. Not pulling him in, leaving.
Steadying at Anderson at the base. Able to get a forward pod out left. Set deep and they'll look to clear here. Riley keeps that low piercing. You just see it pushes with the wind. Manages just to get the bounce. Centimetre perfect out wide. Ethan Riley doing a superb job out there. Boy, hasn't he found form in recent years. Wanaru Jr. all the way through. Finds himself in this top side and he's not going anywhere soon. If he keeps playing like this, he'll be a 10 for years to come. Great snatch at the front. Wanneroo, turnover ball. Riley goes flat across the front. Great ball for Mark Cornell, just to crash up the big number 8. Flat, trying to bust through the line, Kingy. Andrew King. Skipper goes through. Quick recycle of the ball there, flat out wide. Forward runners just wanting to be involved. Cutler here.
No, 7. Thank you. Advantage.
Short side, Connor Callan back into the fold for this team at 15 in the green headgear. They got the penalty advantage. Probably looked to the line early here. Understanding the opposition there against, and they'll have a crack. Ooh, scrum called. Interesting call. They dominated those first 2. Even though the first was reset, then they blew through, got the penalty advantage, led to a try. Gives themselves a hot look at some set piece play once again.
Crowd! Bind! On! Sit!
ARKs better this time. Gonna have to clear this out. Backline resets, took a half shuffle back, wanted to run onto this ball nicely. Grattan, well stopped centre field by Stelso. Just trying to pick around the side. Got a penalty advantage, could be higher offside.
You advantage, 7 offside.
Second advantage. Rolling advantage is something ARKs need to avoid this afternoon. Digging that from the bottom. Anderson now cross kick under penalty advantage, floats up high. And we'll come back for the penalty.
Time off. Captain. Just be aware. So what's happened there? You've 3 off in a row around that pillar. You need to take that step back, okay? So don't just be aware of that. We might have to go to the. Hey.
Just letting the skip know.
You got an option. It's here or it's in the 15. Scrum.
Scrum called again here. Andrew King. Well in control of what he wants to achieve out here.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Let's go.
Spoken about briefly before. This Wanneroo side, every game they've played this year, all the big ones, been tight finishes, and the ones they've lost have never been blown out this year.
Crouch.
Never had a big loss, never more.
Bind.
I think it was a total of 14 points I was being told.
Sit.
All of their close losses this year. So only 1 or 2 in them each time. Riley from 10 wants to go himself, carries it well, releases, goes again, and loses it just over the line. Ethan Riley, a rare error, but it's understandable in these conditions going again. Score gets to remain 5 points to 0. ARKs under pressure, 5 metre scrum.
Max.
Pull in, hey?
Yep.
After it. We go after this one, boys, hey? Juicy scrum. Juicy scrum. Everyone, big pressure, eh? Big pressure. 10's kicking. Deals that. You've got 10.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Wanaru primed after the first hit.
Yep.
Tapping and going quickly. Riley now gets his reward. Didn't like that he missed out under the sticks before, so carries that one off the back of the scrum turnover. And he's more than happy to dot that over himself. Grabs a meat pie, 10 points to 0, kick to come.
I'm all good, thank you.
Grattan piercing, look at that for a kick, just goes left. He's grabbed out the 2-iron, hit a stinger there, kept it low, drove it through the air. Experienced player that. Could have been an accident though, big rev up for an accident and he'll probably take it. Scored 10-0, 14 minutes in. High kick again. Goes over the head of Cornell. Couldn't get onto it this time, Kangaroa.
Hold there.
Picking off the side, Cooper Tinalu.
Tackle!
ARKs short side. Ran him up. Driven backwards.
You still got knock-on advantage, 9.
Just flat-footed off these picks off the ruck. Easily readable for Wanneroo, these pod balls.
Advantage
Time for the
over
backs
now.
to be released. Puna gives it out one more. They're trapped in there, but the leg drive real solid. Gaining those meters, Salso.
Ball's there.
Looking over the
Leave
top,
it.
the 9. Cooper Tinalu once again. Showing going, flirting with
Right
touchline.
hands now. Move, sir. Sorry. Backwards.
Losing meters here, but it's holding together the phases. Just waiting for a fracture in the defense of Wanneroo. They're happy to not commit too much to the rucks as long as they keep getting these meters back on them. They'll wait for the mistake, just like that, driven through. Ethan Riley, the number 10, just drives him back into the turf. They get the penalty off the advantageous tackle. Ethan Riley, give yourself a pat on the back. That's a massive hit leading to a penalty. Don't know why he's looking to the right touchline though. Got to kick left in this one. It's going to be hard to get this even out. And straight off the side of the boot, net gain of about 2.5 meters there.
Mark's there, guys.
Tap down, Anderson, bit of work to do. Manages to find a second, release it out wider. Kingy has a little look at the line. So it wasn't even Kingy. Oh, it's Tukai.
Hold there.
Left exterior, stagnant pod, but playing one off the tips. Just a good setup here. Wanneroo charging forward. They get the penalty advantage off the run of Marcus Cutler. Now Roo dumps it left and will have the penalty straight in front.
12 red offside.
Want to be the option this time. If you're going to go for touch, you've got to kick left. Riley hasn't learnt. He did shank the first one though. Better contact this time, make sure of it.
Numbers in the line. 5, 5, 5. So full line up.
Maul set up, real great body positioning. No commit to the maul though.
Scrum. Scrum.
Fuck, that's a pussy move.
Big Andrew Root telling the opposition what he thought about them not committing to the maul.
Crouch! Bind! Sit! Ball in. Use it.
ARKs better this time. Sets out. Puna wants to run this the line himself. Good flat ball and quick play. They get on the outside corner. The wind's pushing this, pushing this. Got to be careful. Just gets the bounce in time. Callan wants to play on quickly. Fires it out for Tukaki. And lost forward. Big net win here for ARKs. They've gained about 48, 50 metres. If they can hold their scrum solid again, they'll just look to keep working here. Down 10-0, coming up on the 20-minute mark. Go on, but give them one here, bit of belief. Grab a second before half-time. Suddenly Wanaru in an all too familiar spot of, oh, we've got a long afternoon on our hands.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Penalty advantage, Wanaru again, standing up.
Standing up, standing up. Stand up. Not playing that stuff.
Such an experienced front row out here this afternoon. Okay. They've been working on this pack for years. Have Wanneroo, Andrew Root. Oh, this kick's not out. Scott Colonel, Marcus Cutler. One of the most tight-knit packs of three you'll see going around the traps. No matter the skill or talent, these three are at thick as thieves together. Great tackle by the captain, Andrew King. Oh, so it wasn't even. It's a young halfback looking big out there at the moment. Nani
Up there.
up to halfway. And now the forward pod's going to rumble into this one. Coming in, flying shoulder. Got to be careful there. Mark Cornell, the number 8 for Wanneroo.
Advantage.
No real effort there to wrap an arm. And now we've
4,
got a
no
penalty.
arm tackle.
There we go. We've got a second no-arm tackle, the immediate play after. Going against Caleb.
Still got penalty
Kangaroa.
advantage, 9.
And so little chip and chase going to event to nothing, and we'll come back for the foul play.
9. No arm tackle, 4.
Into the wind this side. Going to be hard to get the meters. I think they might even look to the right-hand side. No, not quite today. Wisely doesn't bite off too much. Pulls that one about 30 from the line.
All in. He's a half.
Lots of movement in the line. Not straight after all of
Same
that.
as the other call, not straight. Options. Options. Scrum. Scrum. No contest, sir? It's the same as before, inside shoulder, even if there's no contest.
Good clear comms from the referee there. He's explaining that even though there wasn't a contest at the line out, which was a World Rugby directive a couple of years ago, if you're catching it on that outside shoulder, it's going to be hard to get.
Brown!
Got
Fine!
to sink low, absorb this one. Don't want the penalty.
Sit!
They chase up left-hand side. They want to drive this one down into the ground. Smartly done. Massive hit centre field. Not held through the contact though. Need to finish off your hard work. Wanaru immediately. Straight past halfway again. Flinging it out, Anderson, left-hand side. They want to play with width. Connor Callan gets a bit of space in front of him. Tries to keep the ball alive and dumps it over into touch. Gee, special work there. Bustling up through the middle.
I don't believe you're holding that tackle.
Should be Kingy that broke through the line there. Man, with a massive hit. I realised that all the ARKs players were looking at how good the hit was. Didn't worry about the finishing off the tackle, making a run contest. Here we are. ARKs ball on the 22. In windy conditions, stolen once again. Wanaru timing things to perfection at the moment. Anderson picking around the right-hand side. Fancies himself. Opposition Sanpuna just brings him down. King the skipper. Rolls things forward. Quick pick of the ball. Gets him inside real attacking zone now. Riley. Callan. Just made a line break. Gets hands free cleanly this time. And they're going to be over once again. Justin Talamaria scores the third here for Wanaru this afternoon. 15 points to 10 with a kick to come. Storyline we're looking at this afternoon for the ARKs. Been a tough year, tumultuous. Probably a better word for it, that's for sure. Negative 610 points difference leading into this one. After only playing 12 games, that's negative 50 points difference a game. Haven't been able to scratch up a win, it's just been one of those years. Low driving again. Wind just affects it so much travel time into it directly there. Goes away to left-hand side. Score's going to remain 15 points to 10. Wanaru, a very accurate goal-kicking side. Sums up the conditions for you here today, just how blustery it is. Short left again, not 10. ARKs wheel this one, left hand up, eventually just has to be picked off the back by King again. Short side play of the ball, big chance left wing, cracks off the left foot back on the inside. Wanaru to go 2 for 2 in 2 minutes. Just brought down short of the line. Talamaria presents the ball backwards. Roo twisted backwards under himself there. Lost his last start of footing and there's lots of pressure coming through on the tackle. Sits up here, Kangaroa. Right hand side, they all want to play with it. Grattan, deep ball on the outside. Kingy now looking on the wing. Big chance to score again. Just got to fight through all the contact, then bustled in from the side. Takaki short of the line, flat. Forwards roll over and score the try once again. Such slick ball movement at the moment from Wanneroo, just getting it all done. Might have been big Andrew Roo there, getting over the line that time. Too much force, too much power, the big number one. It's Icy Cold Hero down here. There's a bit of magic for you. Could even be Marcus Cutler. Just waiting for the team sheet to update. Apologies to Roop. Not your try, Marcus Cutler. Number 3, the other big man goes over. Could see it was one of them, but got tied up behind spectators. Couldn't find out who it actually was. Both about same size, frame, same super contribution. Both brown hair beards. All that regardless, Grattan. This time looks better. Contends nicely with the win. Dots that one over. 22 points to 0 here. Wanneroo firmly in control. Coming up on the 30-minute mark of the first half.
Work, boys, work for each other, work hard, boys.
And not 10 again. Can't be giving up these halfway scrums to Wanneroo. When they're decimating you in them, you may as well just go long. You may as well just drop kick that as far as you can, get it down there. If something doesn't make sense, it's probably not going to pay you dividends, so you may as well go long. Giving up these scrums halfway after getting 4 or 5 penalties already in the first half. It's just going to keep getting harder.
Out! Bind! Sit!
Have a reset. picks off the back. Anderson could have gone deep there, but goes short into the gap for Kingy. Inside baller good. Now King ends up with it inside the 22. There's a pilfer on top of the ball, but he's gone off feet. It might just be lost forward advantage. The arm's sticking out there, so it should be probably a penalty. Riley cracks inside the first. To ground and firing left. Grattan, low piercing ball from Mark Cornell, but will come back forward pass. Similar to right at the start of the game. Scrum down, dead in front. No reason not to now, 22-0 up.
Yep. Here you go. Start. Crowd! Ball!
In and out, straight away. Riley peels around from the back of the scrum, goes left. Flat ball, Grattan. Off the base from Anderson. Backs have to get involved in the ruck. Diving through the middle, ever so short. Chop of the legs. Anderson saw the rush defense, pulls out, comes back right-hand side. Going to end up 1.5 metres short of the line here. Wanneroo, another big chance. Skip ball. And over the line once again, Cornell, I believe. Scored himself a double here this afternoon, all in the first half. 27 plays nil. Kick to come straight in front. Marcus Cutler, big double. Might have just said Scott Cornell. My mind kind of tells me. But it definitely was Marcus Cutler that scored the try, and he's got himself a double, so the call was right. Grattan, with what would normally be a formality, not today. The trajectory he's been kicking at as well. I don't even know if this is going to get over the post. He gives it a bit more loft this time. Misses. Shouldn't have given it a bit more loft. Sent that one out to the right-hand side. He's overcompensated there. Score's going to remain 27-0. Callan, happy to hoof that one into touch about halfway. Thought about going quick, but not the option here. Line out, 45 from the line. ARKs a ball in hand, and that's at least better than Wanaru having a scrum on halfway off the kickoff. It's a small net gain. Net gain nonetheless. Good trick little line out, win at the front. Speed on the ball is going to be key to fracture this defense. Got to just release this here. Too long at the base of the ruck when you got Wanaru retreating after good phases. Pass not ideal either. Una just shuffles his way in. 10 has to carry. Now moves around the outside shoulder. Wanaru. Good pilfer over the top. Wanaru just patient there. ARKs slow, not much support. They just show a bit more to be able to retain possession out here against a side that certainly believes they should be contending for those top spots this year, certainly in the top 6, just unlucky not to get there. Little clinic by Walter Kateko last week out there for West Scarborough, put them in lots of danger. King jumps up at 7, risky ball in the wind, but they execute well. Gets on the outside, trying to just bump through the middle of them all. Just a little knock on out wide. Not much on there.
3. 3 you go.
3 minutes to go in this first half.
Brown! Up! Brown! Line! Sit! Hold! Hold! And clean! And clean!
Buna, wider out. Nicely in by Salso. Trying to go through the hands. They're lateral. They need to get moving forward. Trying to get around the loose forwards. Now they can kick over the top. That ball was going out, but the wind's blown it all the way back in field. Callan, 2-on-1, deep in the 22. Wanted to have a crack. Decides to kick to clear. The wind again. Keeps it in field. And now Ershag Hennessy just takes him underneath. Gets crunched a little bit, but they keep the ball alive. Carney tries to skip off the left. They're flat out wide to the right, but they're going to jab it over the top. Buna sits up. Little conversation out there. Eventually Talamaria comes up with the ball and wants to run with it. They need to be careful here. Strapping it under one arm. Little chip over the top. Oh, real amazing take there. Shag Hennessy just gets underneath that with a little bit of touch of class. That's the spark ARKs need to form an attack off. There's a pilfer over the top from Wanaru though. Deemed off feet first. Touch the grass before getting on it, Mark Cornell. Oh, not releasing. Tackle assist.
Tackler assist, release.
Even I get some wrong. Not to worry. Picks up once again. Gee, that kick doesn't go out. It's fantastic work just to bump it in. It was off camera for you. But they've had to do really well. Jumped out of the field of play, leaped, knocked it back in. Now Wanneroo trapped deep inside. Riley gives himself a bit of width and kicks it with the wind. And that safely goes into touch, but only 23 metres out from their own line. Really well down on the wing. Couldn't quite even catch who it was. I was blinded by spectators, checked the screen, knew what was happening, just didn't have the vision. Predicted gusts of wind of up to 80 k's an hour here this afternoon now that this front has come across. Once again, apologies for any wind noise coming through to you guys. They're at home. Minimisation tactics can only go so far. King cleans up the messy ball off the back of the line out and rips one out wide. Jordan Grattan thinks he can beat the one-on-one, but it's a splendid tackle by Salso out wide. Now Riley doesn't want to play with it, kicks it out into touch. And that'll be the half-time whistle, so leading into the break. Wanneroo firmly in control, up 27 points to 0 over ARKs. Have a bit of a test coming in through the second. Wanneroo out for blood here this afternoon. They want to make a statement after missing out last week. We'll be right back in just a few moments with the second half. Welcome back to you all to the second half of this Fortescue Premier Grade YouTube match of the week. Now after the competition split in Division 2. Half-time score 27 points to 0. ARKs with it all in front of him just to get some consolation points out of this. Expected result so far all going the way of the bookmaker at the moment. Burner to get us restarted. And for those of you just joining us, the wind is very aggressively blowing from camera position over to that far sideline, not really favouring a direction. Just going straight across the pitch, so anything that catches the wind's just going to go this afternoon. Can be helpful, but off a kick-off there, a bit of a hindrance. You kind of just got to fang it out to the right-hand side as high as you can and let the swerve just trick the player that's already called for it. First scrum of the second half. Wanaru got about 5 penalties in the first half from good scrum wins. Didn't really seem to put too much pressure on that time. They just want a clean ball at the back. Great little run from Anderson from half. Gets his little break all the way through the line. Looks towards the try line. Gets the offload on the outside. And just a little bit too easy for Kingy around the outside to score the first try of the second half. And that's a little bit of a warning sign there. 32 points to 0 with a kick to come. Bit of rain coming back now. Rainless first half. Grattan now has to adjust from the first half kicking. This one's going to blow across the face. Can play the draw off the left post and hope for the best. Maybe even 2 metres left of the left upright. He sprayed that. Never going to curl that back against the wind. Pilfering over the top, blown away by some great Wanaru arriving players. Riley, pocket, wants to sit this one up in the wind. 25 out from their own line and driving straight back down. Rolling over nicely into touch. Good work, ARKs. Ugly kick, but I'd dare say they won the battle there.
Up there.
Messy from the top of the line out. Wanneroo bring it down regardless. Just play out left. Good little step off the left foot there. Advantage out here as well. Anderson thought he was looking deeper for Grattan there, but just snatched at.
First one here, when he's going for the ball.
In the path there was Kyle Sear. Thought it was his ball, not at all.
He was going for the ball and he slightly had his hands on it and knocked it on. Last one, hands on the ball, we're going to knock, okay?
Keep the weight on here, boys. Keep the weight on here. Lock us in.
Crowd! Eating beats, go on! Fine!
Go on, Beats.
Sit!
Ball coming! In!
ARKs holding solid in this second half in the scrums. King just has to pick off for Anderson, and Riley boots through. And just made its way into touch. I mean, bouncing just before it made its way into touch. Well done there. Nice ball at the back. Well stripped by Riley in the middle of them all. Anderson looks left, Grattan waits for it nicely, tries to dump it over the top, and with a little slip underneath, losing momentum on a route, but still on the charge, trying to keep it alive. Connor Allen pops it back up on the inside, stays alive for Wanaru. They're looking for a quick release as well. Trying to bustle through the middle of the park. See it.
You pushed him onto that ball.
Riley, big long ball over the top. He's got Cornell over in the corner trying to muscle it all the way through. He's past the line, just needs to find something. Short, trying to dive underneath now. Sear again. Blockers were holding firm on the first bit of contact from ARKs. Wanaru so likely. And we're going try or penalty there. I dare say try. Can barely spot a grounding underneath it all. But no reaction from ARKs, and Wanneroo not celebrating too hard as they already are up 30 points. So another try scored.
I understand what you mean by playing the ball.
Try and get you a number in a second once Rugby Explorer updates 37 points to 0.
I'm happy to talk about trends. I don't want to argue every point. I'm just letting you know that I understand what you're saying. We're going to go from here and from here. Okay?
Just off the upright, Grattan. Not good for the percentage here this afternoon, but can't really blame him. I think all the kickers around the ground will be struggling this afternoon. 37 points to 0, the score remains, and we're 8 minutes into the second half. Well picked up, bounce the 10, set up for ARKs.
Yeah.
Absolute kerfuffle midfield. Wanneroo stolen, maintain possession. Now they run the forward pod down the right side. Marcus Cutler already with a double today. Peeling off left, good little run from the winger, injecting himself into the line. Kick through, bit of work to do at the back. Slipping while kicking. And rolls its way for Callan to pick it up. Connor Callan has to feed in at half again. Riley throws it to King, who ducks underneath Grattan. Ball staying alive everywhere here. Roo has a little look at the line. Pins his head down. Brought to ground. Inside the 22, attacking ball. Wanaru moving sharply up forward again. Blindside play is the way to go. Skipper King goes to ground. Getting a little bit caught up in the ruck. ARKs lucky. Showed enough intent. Trying to go outside corner towards the floor. Not quite there for Rui Bot. Callan just losing that one forward, and that'll end the attacking phase. Well held out by ARKs. First substitution of the afternoon. Roo off the field. Andre Roo. And Jared Rahui Bot take up the other forward position.
Knock on. Crowd! Bind! Ready? Sit!
Now Wanneroo get the shove on. Maybe they were holding back first couple of the second half.
On!
They have to kick to clear. It's a pretty nice kick over into touch by Connor O'Shag-Hennessy.
Let's play the mark, guys. Six. Fine.
Front line out ball. Deemed all good by the referee.
Ball's there.
Tip over 40 metres the trip. Under, I should say. King with the crash ball. Riley tries to go back. Kind of
Just in front of the player, offside.
knock on into an offside player. But a weird little passage of play there. Could have definitely been Kingy reaching backwards for that ball. Copping it on the finger.
Sick.
No, it wasn't Kingy.
Yeah, right there. Bang on it.
Numbers. We're up here. Forward.
Cheers. Yep.
Get him off.
ARKs in shambles at line out time once again.
I understand you're trying to race, ripped it at the same time.
Tackle was
Need
made.
release.
Then the strip came from Wanaru, so they get the penalty. ARKs escape after absolutely bungling whatever that line-out call was meant to be. O'Shag-Hennessy to come into the fold and just stop this one over into touch. Win to win, doesn't have to stress too much about it. This time, the line-out play works. Shooter from Wanneroo comes around the side, trying to steal the ball. Set at the bottom, though. ARKs maintain possession, and they try to work through Carney to the middle. Little check on the outside. Cooper Tinalu. Just kind of playing one off the sides at the moment. They need to set something attacking up here. At the moment, it's just forwards going, yeah, sure. I'll have a run. Stripped, live ball, nothing on the outside. David Puna needs to rally the troops out wide here. He's got an outside centre and a wing over. They're all just flat. Forward pod's got them moving forward. Need to keep this quick ball going.
Tackle! Advantage.
They win a penalty advantage. Diving straight over the ruck makes it hard for your team to come over and support. They've got to climb the same mountain you just did. Cooper's just waiting patiently.
Still got penalty advantage, 9.
Forwards want to play with it. Little fleck on the outside. Goes to Salso's been fantastic today for the ARKs.
Sure, let it come.
It's got to be another penalty. Almost cynical here.
Hey, mate, back.
King not happy there at all. Try to ARKs. Trying to make sense of it just listening to the audio. The pick and drive around the corner. It might have been the first carry from Salso still getting over the line, or anyone else underneath in the middle. We'll know shortly. It must have been over the line the whole time. That's why the players from Wanaru weren't rolling. The referee able to spot a grounding after all.
I'm all good, cheers.
37 plays, 5 kick to come. Absolutely hooks that one, O'Shag Hennessy.
Hold, 7. Hold. On now. Thank you.
Quick line out, played nicely. Callan fires it a little bit wider. A little bit of space for Riley now. That's a forward pass, no one's seen it. Grattan takes it to the line. Couldn't have had a better angle for that one myself. It's right in front of my face. Trying to just dip and dive underneath Kyle Sear. Callan injects himself into the line again. Cornell puts on the spin move and straightens things into the opposition front row. Anderson just there quickly. It was a good pass as well, just off the chest. That was just a weird, awkward contact. Knees done.
There's absolutely nothing.
There was just a little bit of late contact off the side there. It wasn't egregious, just two players came together. And I did see they just crashed into each other, knee coming off second best.
The push.
I can't show you a replay here this afternoon, but I might just try to grab it up on my phone quickly off the live stream. Get a clearer picture of what just happened. If you're watching on YouTube at home though, just double tap with your left thumb. You'll be able to go back in 10-second increments. I'm sure we'll see you in a moment's time. So you just have a big break in play here. So time will be off. 37 points to 5. Player still down. He has to be gone. So it seems like there's nothing in it there. Just had a little look back through the live stream, and if you're trying to have a scan for it, you might have seen it as well. After the knock on from the Wanneroo number 4, he's just kind of shoulder to shoulder, and as the ruck forms in front of both of them, just tries to create a little bit of space so he can then join the ruck, pushes him away. It's hard to tell exactly where he's caught up, but it looks like his right leg is caught somewhere wherever the ruck is, and he's fallen backwards over the side. And probably is a bit of a tear. Could be MCL, ACL. Hopefully nothing too serious. Let's see what the referee's got here if he's live. He's hobbling off now. Serious concern for the player.
You need to release the tackle. Hey, I'm not going to argue. Let's just have some respect both. So can you... Mate, back. That's not an appropriate thing. You don't want me to keep walking 10.
Lost our referee Mike for a little bit there, just due to the conditions. A little bit of interference. The 5G gurus will get on to us about that, about the interference in the waves.
22.
Certainly missed an enthralling conversation between young Thomas Onions and Andrew King, the captain of Wanneroo. And don't worry, I've definitely been on the receiving end of a couple of those from Andrew King over my years. He doesn't mean it. He's a cuddly bear, but he just loves footy. I'm not trying to get him out of trouble or anything.
I wouldn't let him.
Player's still not quite off the field yet.
Just wait for that.
With 20 minutes odd to go in this half once time restarts.
So,
He's walking as well with minimal limb, keeping the leg straight. Does make me worry.
okay.
It is MCL, ACL, one of the knee ligaments. You can then, once the injury is done,
Push.
actually maybe survive, walk a little bit. You can act normally for a little bit, but as soon as you change direction, that knee will just fall over out the side and you'll be gone again. Straight back on the floor in pain. Plays resumed. Callan
Hold. Oops, sorry. On.
goes deep, catches the win. O'Shag Hennessy looks back up, sends an awkward Tory back the other direction. Got a bit of space, but wants to stay short-sided down the wing. Chip and chase over the top. Well gathered. ARKs will settle down 45 from their own line. No, it's spilled forward. Connor Callan dips it back for Ethan Riley, who's drilled one straight down. This might just go too long. It's going to definitely be in goal, and it's going to keep rolling and rolling and rolling. And we'll come back for a scrum from where the kick was taken.
Or you can go back where it was. Oh. Yeah. 22 on the scrum where it was kicked. 22 on the scrum.
Certainly looks to be ligament damage as well over here. Players come down to the sideline.
Scrum.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Back into this now, right?
Just trying to have a listen into the physio while he checks out. We've got one can on, one can off. Listening to the ref, the sound effects, look at the scrum, look at the physio. All happening here, 20 minutes into the second half.
Bind. Sit.
Big shove from Wanaru, drives ARKs backwards, half goes digging for it, and there's a little knock on at the base of it.
Same one, J-Ball, let's have some, baby! Let's go, J-Ball, let's have some, baby, big engine, okay?
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Wanneroo feed the scrum.
Advantage.
Anderson, penalty advantage. Riley wrapping hard, gets it back. Connor Callan takes it on the angle, kicks clear, calls for the winger to cut inside and does so. Listen to instructions. Away here again now, but brought down midfield and a pilfer over the top. Not on the ball. Play on a must release. Sear gives the ball around the outside. Anderson digs. Riley, inside ball for Grattan charging on. They've kicked things back up a gear. Lost forward, that's a massive tackle.
Time off. You okay? We can go half a step. We won't be going miles away, but we'll go here. It's not much better anywhere, but we're not. Yeah.
Rain steps in now.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Blindside. O'Shea-Hennessy. Torp grubber. Rain intensifies.
Retreat. Retreat.
Connor Callan puts it up. O'Shea-Hennessy tries to find a way through. Now it's a storm. It's gone from nothing all game into blustering conditions here. Time off hasn't helped the situation either. Now it could have been closer to done. ARKs playing deep off the side. Boxing, a tester, a real tester. Couldn't get onto it. King has to clean up, and now he's got space to move. Doesn't want to run this one. Gives it for his player on his outside. Keeps it alive, gets it back, and tries to kick it through. But out on the full off the boot, and we'll come back for an ARKs line out. Just tuck in my chair, try and get out of the wind a little bit more. I'm in the rain.
He's a 10, he doesn't count.
It gets blown by the wind. ARKs somehow get a fingertip on it.
Backwards. Yeah. Sorry, sir. Tackle now. Ripped. Tackle.
Wanneroo now set up. Two lines of attack down this left side, although the backs now have to commit to this ruck. Formation working nicely, just working through this one. Sear offloading on his right-hand side to a big prop forward once again through Cutler. Trying to work through the line. Short side, Anderson puts it on the toe, tries to go through and just grounded in goal. Line drop out.
Guys, subs. Number 15:45. 15:45. Time back on.
15.5 minutes left, according to the referee's watch. I think that's what that was supposed to be. King still doesn't want to run it. It's twice his build up ahead of steam and then given the pass late. Connor Callan has been handy. Just want to outfit today, like him at 15. Deep ball, Cornell. Just ducks his head underneath. So. Riley, backdoor for Grattan. Outside again, just had to wrangle that one in. Good piece of hands by Takaki. Riley short side, spins in. Ragdolled.
Hold here.
Inside the 22, and this is where they've been converting nicely today. Once they've got there, they've been finishing these off. They're all set out on the left here. Lots of forwards wanting the ball. Callan, straight at South, so it's been great for ARKs this afternoon. Probably the pick of the bunch out of them all.
Tackle!
Now they've got to get over. Referee in the way,
Sorry, guys.
pack the scrum down.
Scrum. I'm saying, I didn't think I was. Yeah.
Blocks in.
Crouch. Bind. Sit. Back up. It's just gone straight down. Guys, let's just go this way a little bit. It's not much better either way, but we can't go here. We can't go too far.
Let's go again, Chase.
Cheers.
Let's go. Let's go. Juice! Juice!
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Big scrum. It's coming left. Riley wants to take them all on himself. Spins out of the first, gets towards the line. Didn't use his winger. They go short side again and easily able to dot it over in the corner. Bit of fresh legs doing the trick there, I believe. It's Chase Gray in the 17. Adding another one to Wanneroo after a little drought period there. 42 plays 5 with a kick to come.
Huh? Wait.
Yeah, you happy to just play tighter?
I'm all good, thank you. I'm 11.
Chicky. He's coming off the junior and he's coming off the girl.
PJ's coming off for girl.
Yeah.
Is coming off.
It was actually Dylan Hutchings who scored the try. He's just come over onto the bench, and that's how I know it. Congrats to him. Grattan from the corner has to sit this one real left. It's done well here. Had the legs as well. That's exactly how you kick it from there. Adds the extra 2. 44 points at home to a lonely ARKs 5 single try. wind holds that right up. They thought it was going to go way further than it did. Forces a knock on. Still here for another ARKs opportunity.
Next job, make amends now. Let's go. Subs, let's go.
King patrolling the troops.
Standards, boys, standards.
Come here, chase, bro.
Scrum! Big fucking push, boys.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
ARKs set. Big shove Wanneroo. They just need this one out. Has to dive on it underneath everything.
Bind.
Turnover, kicking through. Anderson giving chase. O'Shag Hennessy should just beat him there and slides onto it nicely. Should be a penalty for diving on the player on the ground.
Can't take the player as he's sliding.
Referee apologising for the rules that exist as well there. Interesting one. The referee's had a good game today though. Certainly making this first couple of games in first grade
Sub.
noteworthy to those watching. Doing a great job out here.
Flash 5.
Those of you that never refed a game
We're still
as
waiting
well,
anyway. Time's off.
on days like this, get about this period in the game, your fingers are frozen off, the metal whistle is now about -4 degrees, and it becomes really hard to get enough oxygen just to get that little pea inside moving.
It's fine, backwards.
You got to give it everything towards the end of the game. Give it a big blow, and it comes out like a piddly little
We've got an advantage.
advantage here for Wanaru. The back of some messy play. Held up well through the tackle, eventually has to be let down.
Advantage.
Subs are plenty now, have come on for Wanneroo. Grattan's still out there.
Play on.
Could run around the corner for Callan.
He's made a genuine attempt. You guys,
Gonna go back for the
it's a
advantage.
knock on first.
No, fresh advantage, knock on before into touch.
It wasn't knocked on into touch. He knocked it on and then it bounced. Time off. We all good? Time back on. Guys, scrum here. Knock on.
Joel, we need you. Juice. Jordan, juice. Ali, call it juice. Juice, boys, juice.
Crouch. Bind. Sit. Use it.
Anderson got to go digging here.
Use it.
Riley shapes an inside ball for Grattan. Gets a half palm away, but the fresh leg tackler does well to stay attached. No way through for Kingy out there. Turnover, and having to kick to clear. The wind's got a hold of it, should blow it into touch.
There's no advantage there, guys. There's no advantage for that.
Going back, lost
I'm
forward.
not going to play a knock-on advantage for that. We'll play this one anyway, it's the first knock-on. Sub.
Me, you.
Time back on.
Lock in.
Crowd.
Sing.
Bind. Sit. Ball in, please.
Great shove by Wanneroo. Turnover ball. They can go flat across the line. Grattan just kicks around the outside. Chance for the wing in the corner. Gets held up nicely. Ball pops free somehow and they're dancing around it. Lost forward off ARKs.
Knock on the pickup.
Tala Maria unlucky to not get a chance to finish that one off.
We'll go here, guys. We okay? Fun? Just knock on the like second pick up for it.
Locks in.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Spinning scrum. ARKs able to pick it out of the back.
No.
Wind's
Use
now
it!
turned pretty much directly into their face. Going to be hard to get it out from here.
Tackle release!
Puna has a carry, offloads.
Backwards!
They maintain control, but it bobbles on the floor again, and now they're getting driven backwards. Wanaru sniffs and they try to pile in the ruck, but then ARKs, look at the support over the top of that ruck.
Use it!
Lots of bodies thrown at that to maintain possession. They didn't want to give up the points, and they concede the inevitable, kick it out, but not too far, because the wind's not going to allow anything.
Six. Six.
Boys, come up, come up. This is the line there.
Backwards.
Riley,
Shoot that point here.
solid crash. Line set deep out here, but they want to use the forwards first. Get Riley back in that line.
Hear that mark there?
Just darting behind the referee's back. Lone runner surrenders, and now they can find it wide. A little dart through the middle, absolutely no issues there. Wanaru get one right at the death. That should just be about all she wrote. Still a couple of minutes left in the game though. All she wrote in terms of most of the entertainment value for all you still here watching. Grattan, extra 2, make that 51 points to 0, 5 to 5 I should say.
$2.50.
2 minutes 50 to go. I'm sure we could round that down to 2.5.
Huh? $2.50.
Still 2:50, 10 seconds later. Referee just confirming. I'll get the full length out of this one.
Tackle now, let it come. Take him back.
Riley wants nothing to do with this
Ball
defensive ball. Well marked. Chance to go high.
Retreat.
Cause the
Thank
error.
you.
Riley underneath.
Retreating.
Hated
Yep, on
every
now.
second of that, so let it bounce. Gathers it on the second and tries to pierce a hole through. Pops lively. I think it was intercepted underneath all that.
Use it.
No clear release.
Holding.
Penalty.
Holding. Back, guys. Back. Back.
We should be happy with their performance today. Nothing too much extra to take out of this other than, look, it's not exactly where we want it to be at this point in the season.
I'm not comparing jackals.
But at least we can strive to actually work our way towards a flag in this second division now.
Backward.
Lost backwards off the top of the line. Just trying to straighten things up through the middle. Gagi, right hand side of the field. Fresh sub legs on there, that's too clean of a jersey. Playing through the hands nicely, losing it forward.
Knock on.
Everybody asking the referee how long left now. Mercury's dropped about another degree in the last couple of minutes. Wanaru just emptying the bench at this point.
Just there.
Got a Cal on the latest to go have a break.
Locks in. Tight, tight, tight.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Great shove, Wanaru again. They'll pull the penalty. I'll be happy with that.
Popping up.
Should run us through into the end of the game. Off the
Focus, popping up.
passage of the play at the moment. I'll look for one more off the line out, you'd assume.
Scrum, guys. I had the advantage before that, though. Just there. Guys, Mark's there.
Thanks, sir. Lock. Same again, boys. Same again.
What's that blind, Junior? Junior, what's that blind?
Crouch. Bind.
Oh, come on, look.
Guys, back up. Guys, come on.
Okay, me, man.
Last scrum of the game is coming. This is a good one to finish off. I know. This is the last scrum of the day. Finish off strong.
It's a good chat.
Locks in.
Positive energy. Enhance, reflect. Enhance, reflect.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Wanaru, base of the scrum.
Ball's
Trying to
out.
get it clear. They do eventually. Riley, last look for him, wants to take on the line himself. Pops free on the inside. Another chance late for Wanaru. Diving at their toes. Lost forward maybe. And referee did promise that that would be the last scrum of the game. So he'll still call the end of the call, final whistle. Full time here. Final score 51 points to 5 in this Fortescue Premier Grade YouTube match of the week. The start of the Division 2 playoff series. Wanneroo get the campaign underway the way they'd want. Expect them to have a couple of wins over the next few weeks. They've got to make sure of them though. They'll be more than likely ending up with Palmyra at the end of the season in a big grand final. Thank you all for joining us here this afternoon. I hope you all had a fun time. I hope you're all nice and warm at home, and we'll catch you all next time.